as I said yesterday, we've tested this at under 0.002% THC. So we have a THC-free product. However, some people have seen that when you buy over-the-counter THC tests, you'll get a false positive result on a urinary test. This is because of a compound that is in the mix called tetrahydrocannabidivarin. Say that one. There you go, tetrahydrocannabidivarin. I even put it in it. All right, so that is different. On the bottom is delta-9 THC. On the top is the THCV. So you'll see on the right, if you look down at the delta-9, there's a 5 that zigzag there. Each of the points of the zigzag is a carbon. So that's a 5-carbon chain. And the other part with the hexagons we call the head group. You see, the head group is the same for THC and THCV, but the tail is a different size. And because of this, the tail does not hit the CB1 receptor. It is not psychoactive. It acts a little bit more like CBD. It's more of a modulator of effect, modulator of the receptors. But with the cheap over-the-counter urine tests, they're not looking at the length of the tail, they're looking only at the head group. And so they look the same in the metabolite that comes out of the urine. There's what's called a carboxyl group is stuck onto these, and you pee that out. And it looks the same to the strips with the little, with the markers on them. And if you go to a place that does drug monitoring, they'll use one of those as a first pass, and if it's positive, then they send it into the lab, and they do what's called chromatography, which is done in labs, and it separates different compounds out according to their sizes, essentially. And there, the THCV separates away from the THC metabolite. So that's the reason for this, and we're doing a lot of research around it now, and make sure we know what all the different labs are using for analytical technology, so that we know that none of the real labs will come in with a false positive. But that was the reason for that. The OTC stuff. Blood? Oh, if you had a blood test, they would do it by chromatography. They would separate them out, and they would know exactly where delta-9 falls. And we've done a lot of these with University of Colorado, CU Children's Hospital. They run blood samples for us, and they give us the chromatograms, and they quantify every single one of the different things in there. And delta-9 is delta-9. It shows that it's not there. Okay? What's that? It should be the same thing as a blood, because you can't do the strips for the hair test, and so they should dissolve the hair and run it through a chromatography. But we'll query more of the labs and see how they do hair. We're focused on blood and urine.